Okay, we have got our 12 blocks and our center block, and we're going to start putting it together, okay? If you are doing the medium or the large quilt, you can go ahead and grab your blocks as shown on the chart, but you don't have to. I'll be really honest, nobody cares if this is 12 or 1 or 8 or 5. This is the arrangement the quilt designer did. Feel more than welcome to put any of your 8 blocks with the center block. I really don't think it makes much of a difference, and I'll show you what I mean with the sample later, okay? So if you are doing the medium or the large quilt, you're gonna follow the instructions exactly on this paper to get the center, okay? And we're gonna show you some tips and tricks to putting this together in just a second. Now, if you are taking your 12 blocks and are just making the small quilt, you can go ahead and I'm going to show you the cutting instructions for that. So, as usual, we have the cutting instructions across the top. You're going to follow the instructions if you're doing the medium or the large quilt, but if you're doing the small quilt, you're going to take fabric 4 and cut 31 pieces of 3.5 by 12.5. Of fabric 8, you're going to make 20 3.5 inch squares, and out of fabric 11, you're going to do 124 2-inch squares. Okay, this is going to give you enough sashing pieces to make the small quilt. Otherwise, you're following the cutting instructions on here and putting the quilt together. Okay, so we're going to start by making the sashing pieces that end up like this. Where's my sample piece? I thought I had a sample piece. When you look at the instructions, they say put 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. I do not recommend that. Like the last block in the center block we did, let's see if I can find it. This is what I did. I started here, and because we're doing, you know, anywhere from 20 to 30 of these, I did opposite corners, chain piece the 2 opposite corners, trimmed, pressed out, and then I applied the second squares on the other side. I'm going to trim and press out. Okay, so that, because otherwise you're doing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, flipping it over 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 after you're cutting. Now, you could do opposite sides, okay? Goes a little faster. So, once you are here, you're going to take these and a whole bunch of the 3.5 inch squares, which I have one floating around. Ta-da! Oh, where'd it go? And you are going to sew them end to end. Okay? So, I'm going to kind of show you what I did with my blocks and how to do this. So, we've got your middle. You're going to put on one set of corners, trim, iron them out, put your opposite set of corners, trim and iron these out. The first thing you're going to do is when you put your rows of blocks together, you're going to sew these in the middle of your 12.5 inch blocks. Okay, so you're going to sew 1 block, sashing piece, 1 block, sashing piece, 1 block. Okay, I did not make any decisions on the order that I sewed these together because I'm making the small quilt with this. And again, you can follow the directions exactly in placing which block where they say. Just note that when you're putting the big quilt together, you'll be sewing the center block to a piece like this. Okay, so remember the center block is a little bigger than everybody else. So you're going to take a block, put two ends, the center block is going to be here, take another block with two ends, and that's going to be your middle section. And then you're going to take this section, do it on the top and then on the bottom. I'm going to show you up in just a second where all this sewing is going. Okay, so we're going to see you in just a second. Okay, so here is one of our rows where I have block, sashing, block, sashing, block. Okay, you're also going to make two different sashing sets. The first sashing set is going to be 3 pieces with the reds in between. And then you've got 4 pieces with the reds on the end. Okay, so when we put this together, we have got 1 row, a sashing row, a row, a sashing row, and then I'm going to put the row here. Okay. When I put these rows together, what's really nice is because of the sashing posts, you know, you don't have to worry about the blocks lining up as if this was a solid sashing. You know that you can work from here to here and ease that in from section to section. Okay, so we're going to put this whole thing together. Row, sashing, row, sashing, row, sashing, 1 more row, and then the 3 will be up on the top and the bottom. So we're going to have this on the top and the bottom. Ta-da. Block pins here and here. Oops. Oh, this is the 4. This is the sides. This is not the top and the bottom. That's number 4. Okay, this is the 3-piece, and this is going to go on the top here, all the way across, right, lining up those posts. And then, because I'm setting this up for the 12 blocks, we're going to go ahead and make that sashing strip of 4 for the 4 rows. And then I'll have 1 more sashing and row down on the bottom. So there'll be 3 sections in the middle, and then 2 4 sections on the side to make the 12 by 12. And then from here, I'm going to add a border. Now, if you are looking at being here at the end of month 7 and just want border fabric, email me and let me know. If you are done with the block of the month, that's fine. Email me and let me know. If you want to go on, don't worry about it. Your packet's coming next month. Okay? Okay, so woohoo! Fun, beautiful, and like I said, I didn't care where the blocks went. I don't even know which one is 1, 2, 5, 7. I just was throwing them together up on the wall. So even if you had put the center block in here, I personally don't think it makes much of a difference which ones go where. Okay, so have fun with this. Everybody at this point can have a different quilt. Yay! Anyway, I hope we got through this. Check out your instructions. Check out the video. If you have questions or problems, let us know by email or Facebook or, so many ways to contact us, and we'll see you for next month.